But before we get there, let's get to a follow-up on your weather this morning. Parts of the Ohio Valley were slammed with severe thunderstorms, and many are still without power today. Good morning, everyone, and thank you for joining us for 7 News this morning. I'm Stephanie Grinley. We still don't know when power will be fully restored across our area. So how are things looking right now? Let's take a live look outside over the Highlands, where you can see this haziness. And joining us now for a first look at your forecast is meteorologist Aaron Myler. Aaron, you're saying this haziness is actually going to help protect us today just a little bit. Good morning.
Yeah, we are going to see some sunshine coming out throughout the day here, but the longer we can hold on to any kind of cloud cover or something to keep the sun away is going to keep us a little bit cooler, and especially for everybody without power, that's exactly what you want for your day today. Outside right now, temperatures are sitting right around 70 degrees at this point, 71 here in Wheeling. Same general story for everybody, right around 70 for your temperatures right now, so just be aware of that through your day. Now, we are continuing to have moisture from the Gulf Coast funnel up into our region, and as that does, that's just going to keep us very, very humid for today, and you can see the story continues tomorrow as well. That's allowing your dew points right now to sit right near your temperatures, which is why you might see a little bit of fog outside this morning. And like I said, the longer we can hold on to that kind of stuff, the better it's going to be, because it's hot today, it's humid today, it's just uncomfortable to be outside. Today's the day where you really want to drink all the water you can, and you just want to try to stay cool and not do anything that's too strenuous, because it's going to be hot and you could have heat exhaustion if you got a little bit too warm there. I'll have more on the forecast in a minute for you guys, but first, let's send it back over to you, Steph.
It also comes at a time when people are trying to clean up all the trees and damage from the storms. Thank you very much, Aaron. In the wake of the devastating storms Monday night, thousands in the Ohio Valley are still without power this morning. Swift moving water and quick thinking by a Dominion Energy worker saved the lives of not one, but 2 men in Wetzel County yesterday. The Dominion Energy worker, who wants to remain anonymous, says he was driving along the road near Little Fishing Creek when he heard a father's cry for help. The worker believes the son was in his 20s and that he was told the son could not swim. That's when the worker jumped into action to help save the young man hanging on for dear life.
I got a tie-down strap. I went over to the edge of the creek bank. I threw it out, got the boy in, got him up on the bank. At that time, a neighbor had come with a razor. We jumped in it, went down the creek. We found the other boy. He was crawling out of the creek, and he said the girl had slipped out of his arms and went on down the creek. We got him up to the bank, and then we went searching for the young lady.
The Dominion Energy worker says he never saw the girl in the water. We haven't received official word on what happened to that girl in the water, so stay with 7 News and WTRF.com for more on this developing story. Thousands across the Ohio Valley were left without a hefty amount of damage and no electricity following the storms Monday night. Electric companies have called for backup, but said there was not a clear estimate of when power would return. 7 News reporter Ashley Kaiser has more details on how residents and electric companies handled the situation.
Brutal high winds destroyed roofs and even shattered windows. For many people, they were forced to spend the day cleaning up the mess the storm left behind. One local small business owner says he was shocked when he arrived at work and saw his store has been heavily damaged.
I came in and I didn't think nothing of it. I parked my normal spot, looked, and my garage door was blown through on the back of the building. A metal garage door was blown through, and I didn't even notice these windows were gone completely. And then when I come to open the door, both windows were gone. We have U-Hauls rented today. We have appointments for people. You know, there's nothing we can do. We don't have electric. We don't have lifts. We don't have air tools.
Power companies are working tirelessly to get things back on. Joelle Murray, External Affairs Manager for AEP, says reinforcements have been coming all day to assist their teams.
And so this is going to be what we consider an all hands on deck situation. We are getting crews from other areas. So we're expecting to get about 100 additional crews from the Virginia area.
And for those who are lucky enough to have backup generators, only connect your critical items like your refrigerator.
When you connect your generator to your fuse box, there is the opportunity then for there to be kind of like backfeed onto the grid, which can actually be very dangerous for line workers as they're restoring power. If you're using a generator, only have it plugged in directly to those things that you are looking to power.
She also says make sure your lights and fans are switched off. The company's power outage maps will constantly be changing, so Murray says don't entirely rely on them.
Safety should be your #1 priority, so stay away from fallen trees and power lines. Murray says these items have the potential to be energized, so when out and about, be very cautious. Downtown Wheeling collected its pieces after the 1 a.m. storm blew out windows and ripped off roofs. You can see this footage from right outside our station. Power lines fell onto Route 2 and 16th Street during the storm. At the height of the storms, fire crews were called to 1041 Market Street for an electrical fire that started on the roof. 2 firefighters were shocked by the lines that fell on the building. A 3rd firefighter fell from the treacherous conditions. All 3 were rushed to the hospital for injuries, and all are said to be okay now. We're also covering damage in Belmont County, where the high winds uprooted trees all over our viewing area. A massive tree was uprooted in Kirkwood and Bridgeport, coming extremely close to several homes. Meanwhile, Shermont Road, just outside of Lansing, was closed for several hours while crews cleaned up a massive tree that fell along the road. They were eventually able to get most of the roadways open. The Soup Kitchen of Greater Wheeling was to hold its Just for Kids picnic. Unfortunately, due to the inclement weather, the picnic will have to be postponed for a later date, so stay with 7 News for any updates. New details this morning. Steubenville detectives are investigating a shooting that put a man in the hospital. Police tell us they got a call about shots fired at 128 Shirley Circle and learned a man was in Trinity Hospital with a gunshot wound. Police say he's 18-year-old Landon McShane of Steubenville. Witnesses say they heard gunfire from inside and outside of the residence and saw 2 or 3 men leaving who appeared to have handguns. They also told police a man was on the porch shooting at them. Police recovered suspected meth from the residence. Stay with 7 News for any updates. 2 men are charged with robbing a Belmont County bank, and they are now in federal custody in Michigan. These 2 men were charged with an aggravated robbery after police said they robbed the Premier Bank in Plaza West in St. Clairsville. Officials tell 7 News the 2 men were picked up and taken back to Michigan on Friday as they face federal bank robbery charges there as well. The cases in Belmont County were dismissed for the time being. If you're ready to welcome a furry friend into your home or just want to help area shelters in need, hey, don't forget to join us this Friday. It's Nexstar Broadcasting Founders Day, Forever Friends Day. Shelters that you see each week on Pet of the Week will be bringing in dogs and cats available for adoption to the Fitzsimmons Family Dog Park in Wheeling. We'll also be collecting donations of items for local shelters from 10 a.m. until about 5:30 p.m. See a list of what the shelters need at WTRF.com. WTRF is honoring high school seniors from around the Ohio Valley this month. Today's senior salute goes to Jenna McGuire from Wheeling Park High School. If you would like to honor a high school senior in your life, go to WTRF.com. Click on Senior Salute under the Living Local tab to find out more. Congrats, Jenna. Still to come on 7 News this morning, gas prices are rising and more people are waiting for something to be done about it. Your regional headlines are coming up next, Aaron.